It is 10 o'clock, and they admitted they rested. They took some naps. They did some exercising. They did some practice, some maybe a little bit of light shopping, and then some napping, and so hopefully they're ready to go for a up-tempo game right here.
And tip-off is going to be won by the Cougars. Cougars wearing the navy blue with white and red, and wearing the white uniforms is Wenatchee Valley as the first two's put up. Clackamas quickly out in front, 2-0. They go to the outside. Wenatchee trying to find Denton. They do find Denton once more, lobbing up front to Burgess and giving it right back to Peralta.
This Wenatchee team can hit it from the outside, and if they do that, like Denton right there, if they can get those to drop, it really helps Burgess inside.
And putting up, and speak of the devil, there is Ashlyn Burgess collecting an easy 2 for Wenatchee Valley. 2-2 as the first minute has nearly ticked away. And with the rock now is going to be Paige Downer. Gives off to Williams, trying to push up. Has the ball stolen away in the key. And it's Wenatchee ball as they move up to the outside. And near sideline, they go backward to Burgess and right over to Peralta. Peralta to Steen, who will dump it right back to Burgess. Shot clock at 12 seconds for the Knights. Steen charging up, 8 seconds, and it will put it in a right-handed hook from about 10 feet away.
Steen's a creator. She can go in, slash through the key, and either shoot that shot like she did, or she can dish off. We'll see her do both throughout this evening.
And with the ball, Downer for the Cougars. Pushing up and unable to complete it. In fact, just hitting the bottom of the net. That shot coming from Peyton Elliott. Outside to Steen. Steen, quick bounce pass in to Kunkel, who can't finish it off. Ball right back to Downer. And correction, that was Buckley who missed the shot for the Cougars, but this time putting it up and in is going to be Durant. So 4-4 here as the clock continues to tick. Burgess, little backward fade jumper, no good. Ball back in possession of the Cougars.
Yeah, she was really close to the basket, ended up shooting from about 5 feet away. Ashlyn, I thought maybe she had a chance to put it off the glass, but I think she must have felt she was too far under and had to come out into the key to put that one up.
Shot clock at 15 for the Cougars. Buckley pushing up and putting it in for an easy 2, and Clackamas reclaims a one-possession lead, 6-4, with 7:16 left to play here in the first quarter. And corner 3, no good off the front of the iron, and it was Peralta taking the shot.
Peralta battling with one of the Clackamas Cougars for the rebound, and Peralta knocks it out of bounds, and so it goes to the Cougars, who have a 6-4 lead early.
And now Downer with the rock, directing traffic as she crosses half court. And pushing up and can't quite finish off for 2. That time is Williams. Clackamas with the offensive rebound. And pushing up, and they're definitely going to get the travel of Peyton Elliott. 6:45 remaining.
Yeah, Williams did a good job to get her offensive rebound. It ended up in the hands of Elliott, and that was as far as that possession went with the travel.
And Burgess to the outside, Peralta. Steen. Now feigning 3 that time is Denton. Now pushing matters. Peralta, mid-range 2 is good from about 14 feet. 6:18 remaining in the first quarter. And no fouls to speak of just yet. Downer pushing up and unable to collect 2 as it goes off the back of the iron. And into the hands of Denton. Denton over to Steen. Steen backs up. Bounce pass up front toward Kunkel. Kunkel outside. Peralta, long 3 and no good off the back of the iron. And it looks like we got our first foul and some acrobatics down on the court as well, as the clock is ticked to 5:52, and the foul is going to be on Kunkel. Her first personal, and team's first foul as well. First foul of the game, actually, as over 4 minutes have ticked away. And now Downer with the ball. Going outside, they do so find Elliott. Elliott bounce pass over to Buckley. Buckley pushing matters and can't finish it up. Gets her own rebound and puts it in for 2.
Athletic move by C.J. Buckley. She's a kid who creates, very similar to Steen on the Wenatchee side. And Buckley able to finish underneath there with the offensive rebound.
Denton creates room. Corner 3. Splashdown from downtown. So 3-point bucket gives Wenatchee their first lead of the contest. 1-point lead, 9-8. Ball in the hands of Elliott. Elliott looking for an open shooter. They do so find Duarte. It looks like we're going to have a media timeout. The next whistle as Downer pushes up. Shot clock at 6 seconds. They go way outside and way out of bounds. And that's going to be a timeout. So we shall step away, but don't you go anywhere. More basketball from Everett when we come back.
Yeah, 1 foul in the first 5 minutes. Gotta like that.
Much more competitive, too.
Yeah, you can tell the intensity level's a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
No, they changed Denton's basket to a 2-pointer.
Oh, okay. And rejoining the action in Everett, it looks like they changed Denton's bucket to a 2-point shot. Foot was in fact on the line. So 8-8 the score instead of Wenatchee leading 9-8. And the Knights with the rock, it is Steen pushing out to the outside. Peralta, and checking in for the first time is going to be Odima. And coming away on the turnover is going to be Gaskins. Gaskins pushing up and no good. Rebound taken by Denton. So right out of the timeout, a couple of quick turnovers. They go to Peralta from the far corner. Pass on in and put in for an easy 2 from Odima. And they make fighting up there look so effortless, don't they?
Yeah, Odima has a great turnaround jump shot. Seen that throughout the year in the Eastern region. Nice touch from the baseline or from the key.
And no good on the 3 shot from Peyton Elliott. So the clock ticks down under 4 minutes. It is going to be Cougar basketball from the baseline. And putting it in play is going to be Miranda Jensen. Jensen, 5'4" sophomore out of Elmira, Oregon. Long 3 for Gaskins and an air ball kept in play by Denton. So 10-8 in favor of the Wenatchee Knights. Denton feigns 3, and there's a hard push in the paint, and they're going to dock Williams for it. So it's her first personal, team's first as well.
Yeah, we're very clean so far, West. 3:36 remaining in the first, and it's just 1 foul aside.
It's going to be Steen from the baseline. Open shooter in the corner. That's where they go. Long open 3. No good off the iron. And ball still in play. And well done to keep it in by Wenatchee Valley. Peralta over to Steen. Steen looking, finding on the outside.
Yeah, you can never give up on a play, and Peralta didn't that time, and it gave the Knights another possession here.
You got Spady on the far corner and rebound Clackamas. Quick little handoff to Buckley. Buckley pushing up and is going to draw a foul.
Buckley so fast she can cut in, cut out. That time she cut into the key, was going to go in for a lay-in, and they fouled her on the way by. The first foul on the second on the Knights as a team. First on Peralta.
Downer will check back in for Clackamas, and checking back in for Wenatchee Valley will be Kunkel. Trying to get the ball to Buckley, do so successfully. Going in the middle towards Duarte, and there's a travel. 2:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Wenatchee Valley Knights on top 10-8 as we approach the last 3 minutes of this first quarter. Steen with the rock outside to Peralta. Peralta surveys the territory. Steen feigns three and gives back over to Spady. Spady trying to push the paint, has to back up. Steen with a shot clock at 9. Long three and off the rim, no good. Rebound by Spady of the Knights. Now Spady, bounce pass on in. They'll back up to Peralta. Steen again from the top of the key. Feigns three, pushes up. Peralta, bounce pass, and not able to complete it that time is Kunkel. But another offensive rebound, and how about the effort there from Odima?
Yeah, how many opportunities did they get that time, whether just great hustle or an offensive rebound? They do have a height advantage, and so for Clackamas to have success, they're going to have to block out and limit this Wenatchee team to one shot. They're doing this, Wes, without Ashlyn Burgess in the lineup right now, although she is ready to check back in.
So it's going to be Clackamas basketball from the baseline. 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining in the quarter, and here comes Burgess checking back in for Wenatchee.
Great minutes, though, by the bench. Anytime they can give Ashlyn Burgess a little bit of a rest and then let her come back in at full strength, it's really a benefit to Rachel Getz and the Knights. And Odima with a block shot.
Beautifully played up front, getting it done in the paint, both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively, and Steen with a full head of steam, but it's going to get called with the travel.
Maybe just one step early or one step too many before the move to the basket.
Again, and traveling calls have kind of been seldom on the feet. We've seen a couple when players end up a little knee slide, about 1/4 of an inch they call it. And long three from Gaskin, no good. Odima on the rebound, and Steen. Ball they go out to Spady. Spady pushing matters, almost takes the ball out of bounds over to Burgess. Burgess to Odima. Odima up and into Kunkel for two.
Great move.
14-8 in favor of Wenatchee as the final 70 seconds begin to tick away. Odima, more good defense. Spady one-on-one with Gaskins. And pushing up and draws the foul.
Yeah, I think it's a good move by Spady. Not sure if she even thought she had an opportunity to make the basket, but she did have an opportunity to create contact, and she did so, and now she'll get some free throws out of it.
Spady on the year, 68.3% on the free throw conversions, 43 for 63. Looks up, and the shot, still waiting on the shot, is no good. And kind of a lengthy ritual there for Spady. Minute and 3 seconds remaining. Spady from the free throw line. It took her 10 seconds from the time she got the ball to fire that free throw. And now into the final 60 seconds we go. Downer over to Buckley. Buckley on the outside, giving back over to Williams, and no good. Rebound Burgess. Steen to Spady. Spady falls back, gives over to Steen. Steen to Burgess. Burgess on the outside to Spady once more. Feigns three, gives over. And Kunkel with the rock, contested three, and no good off the back of the iron. And Wenatchee retains possession. Here comes Burgess, and it looks like before ball went up, it's going to be a foul on Burgess. So an offensive foul, a turnover. And Downer with the basketball. And Wenatchee leads 15-8 here in the first quarter. Going over the middle, intercepted by Kunkel. Kunkel waiting for Burgess. Bounce pass to her. 2 steps, pivot, and in it goes. Easy jumper for 2. And that's how the first quarter is going to come to an end. 17-8 in favor of the Knights. So away we step. Second quarter when we come back. Back we go to Everett Community College, and Wes Tucker, Mike Tecco on the call for you as we try to find the final seed in the Elite 8 for the women's bracket. Wenatchee leads 17-8. And outside, Kunkel puts up for Burgess. Burgess pushing up, good aggressive play and loses the ball. However, will draw the foul.
That's what makes Ashlyn so tough, Wes. Not only is she good on the initial possession, she's such a good rebounder. She gets offensive rebounds and muscles it back up. And when she does draw a foul, she's able to convert from the free throw line as well.
It looks like we won't even need to worry about that as the possession will remain with Wenatchee from the far sideline. Peralta to throw the ball in. Fades 3. Here's Peralta from the outside of the key. Steen. And Denton looking for an opening. Instead, he'll bounce pass up to Burgess. Burgess to Kunkel, and Peralta. Mid-range 2, no good. And coming away with the rebound is going to be Williams. And foul on the play there. 9:20 remaining in the contest. It's going to be a foul on Steen. Her first personal foul, team's first as well.
You know, when C.J. Buckley scored to make it 8-6 Clackamas, that was with 5:36 remaining in the first period, and they have not scored since.
So Buckley at the line. Sub coming in, checking back in for the Cougars is going to be Peyton Elliott, sophomore out of Elma, Washington. And not able to convert on the front of the iron. Outside, Denton looked like she wanted to try 3. Instead goes back to Peralta near the top of the key. Shot clock at 15, long 3, splash down from downtown, Kunkel. So 3-point bucket makes it 20-8 in favor of Wenatchee. They go out, going up top to make the catch is Duarte. 3 for Downer, no good, hitting both the front and back of the iron. Now holding up and giving back to Steen. Open 3, Kunkel elects to go to Burgess. Burgess pushing up and can't finish it off. We'll grab 2 shots from the line, however. About a minute and a half have ticked away here. 8.5 minutes left in the first half. 20-8 the score, and Burgess to shoot for the Knights. And Burgess averaged 18.6 points a game, and her free throw percentage was at 76% even at 114 out of 150. Now lining up for her second shot is 1 for 1 today from behind the line. Shot up and good as well.
Clackamas has gone about 7 minutes of game time now without scoring. An 8-6 lead has turned into a 22-8 deficit for the Cougars.
And Gaskins trying to work her way around Steen and has it stolen. Peralta comes away with it for the Knights. Backs up a bit, waits for her teammates, finds Burgess. Burgess for two, no good off the iron. And now Gaskin pushing up again. They find Buckley on the outside, who's pushing the paint now and can't finish it off, gets her own rebound. Another put up, and Peralta comes away with it. 1-on-2 situation, and now has Steen. Almost attempts the bounce pass and overthrows her teammate. Buckley comes away with the rock. 1-on-1 with Denton. And off of the shoulder of Denton, boy, the one spot she could have hit an opponent, and she found it. And Gaskin with the ball now. Shot clock at 15. They go up top and unable to keep it in for the Cougars is Williams.
I'm keeping a running tally, Wes. 8 minutes and 8 seconds of game time now without Clackamas scoring.
They've had opportunities. They had a 1-on-1 with Denton, who's not that strong of a defender.
On 2 free throws a bit ago as well.
You got to capitalize on those free points. So they go outside and put up once more. Brought back down by Williams. Charging up the court with a full head of steam, gives to Gaskins, over to Buckley. No, correction, that is not Buckley, and it's a splashdown for Elliott. Again, a long two. And Peralta with the rock. Denton feigns three, gives up, and beautiful offensive rebound there, but Spady can't keep it in play for the Knights. It's going to be Cougar possession, 22-10 the score, with 6:47 remaining in the first half.
It's a drought of really almost 8.5 minutes.
They did pick up the long two bucket. And now Gaskin looking for an open shooter, instead will be fouled. Foul's going to be on Spady. It's her first personal, and the team's second. The Cougar basketball from the near sideline. They find Downer. Downer looking for an open shooter. Instead goes over to Williams. Williams pushing the paint. And up and no good. Quality defense played by the Knights. And Spady with the ball, pushing up and no good. Well, there is a foul on the play, and Spady will go to the line. So you can bank about 2 minutes to take these free throws with Spady coming back to the line. Again, taking 10 seconds between her first couple free throws. And if my stopwatch is correct, here is second 11. So 11.5 seconds. That time before she takes the first shot. Is able to sink it, however. 6 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. And 9 seconds that time, so a little faster. And offensive rebound for the Knights. Spady with the ball. They go outside to Peralta. Peralta over to Denton. Denton right back to her. And put up, and Kunkel comes away with two. And now Downer moving up the court, and it's going to end up in the hands of Elliott. Trying to find Downer, does so successfully, puts up two and no good. Spady on the rebound. Finds Peralta open. The outside, Denton feigns three, passes arid, and ends up in the possession of the Cougars. So 5:20 remaining here in the first half. 25 seconds on the clock for the Cougars. Williams with the ball. Pushing up, has to fall back a bit. Gaskins up and no good. And coming away with the rock is going to be Williams. Going to have a media timeout at the next whistle. Pushing up and unable to complete two, however. Waiting for it and not able to hit that three is going to be C.J. Buckley. And Peralta back across half court, go out, Denton. Denton feigns three. It looks like she's wanted to take the last three opportunities, but has elected not to at the last moment as they go to Spady. Spady is going to be called for traveling. And that's going to be a timeout, so we'll step away. So far, Wenatchee Valley in control, 25-10 in Everett.
They've gone a quarter and a minute, and they've scored one basket.
Perfect.
And we're talking about Highline having issues. I mean, this is a South team, Clackamas, who score. And look at their scores. They put up points.
Yeah.
You know, last year, they got drubbed in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
102 to 77.
And back we go now to Everett Community College. 4:27 remaining in the first half of play. And it's a 25-10 lead in favor of the Wenatchee Knights. And you commented before we went to, well, right after we went to break, Mike, but it's been a quarter and a minute for the Clackamas Cougars, who are normally a dynamically charged offensive unit. They've only scored one bucket in that quarter and a minute.
Well, you look at some of their scores, they really can put up some points. You know, they scored 95 in a loss. So they've won with 95 before on a couple occasions, lost 102 to 99, won 103 to 77. So they've scored a lot of points on the year, but with 5:36 left in the first period, they scored a bucket to get 8. And here we are, 4:25 in the second, and they're on 10.
Pushing the matters now, Downer from the corner. Moves on in and out of bounds. It's going to be Knights basketball. So 4:14 remaining here as we are almost ready to declare a winner in the last member of the Elite Eight. We're about a half and 4 minutes away. Peralta with the ball. Denton, long three and off the rim, no good. And Clackamas basketball. So just over 4 minutes left. Winner's going to go on to face Peninsula in tomorrow's 7 p.m. game. Finds Gaskins. Gaskins pushing up an easy little pass, but a missed opportunity.
Got to hit those
Duarte.
when you're having issues scoring and you're down 15. You've got to hit those little 8-foot jumpers.
Now an opportunity, 1-on-2 goes Jensen. Long three, no good. And Wenatchee with possession. Go back over to Peralta. Peralta slows up a bit, waits for a team to catch up. Outside, long three and no good. And that shot coming from Ashley Watts. It's going to be Knights basketball from the baseline. Peralta looking for an open shooter, finds Kunkel, who puts it in for two more. A little over 3 minutes in the half. Gaskins, bounce pass toward the paint and taken care of nicely by Watts. Watts pressing up the far sideline. Gives to Burgess and can't convert on two. And out of bounds, possession remains with the Knights. Substitution as Denton will check out, as will Burgess, and checking back in is going to be Odema.
Got some good minutes from Odema in the first period.
She's got a couple points to her name as well, a couple buckets. And Steen in the far corner will give on back, and stolen away, pressing up, and to no avail. The attack from Jensen looked like she kind of gave up when she got to the paint.
Tried to create some contact there. She had a mismatch. And fortunately for Clackamas, it went off of Wenatchee. And another opportunity for the Cougars, but the Knights have been playing wonderful defense, and that time they do draw contact, and they will get a couple of free throws.
It's getting a big opportunity here to put something on the board. Again, only one bucket in the last quarter, and I think 2.5 minutes now.
Well, yeah, again, 5:36 is when they got 8. And here it is, 2:35 a quarter later, and they have 10.
Able to drain that one for the 11th point.
Highline had 9 at half against Peninsula, came back to eventually score 40. And Clackamas is stuck on 11.
Aren't able to convert on the second one, and Steen comes away with the rebound, pass up to Peralta. Peralta pushing matters, then with a quick bounce pass back to Steen. Steen on over to Watts. Watts finds Peralta, wide open three, and splash down from downtown. 30-11 as Clackamas has looked stymied. And a right-handed jumper good from Downer. 30-13, Spady. And now Steen will dump it back to Watts. Steen wide open, she'll shoot three and nowhere close, and Watts is not able to keep her foot off the ground trying to put it back in. So minute 47 left in the half, 30-13 in favor of Wenatchee. And it'll be Gaskin to put it in. Stop to Downer, who will give it right back to Gaskins. Pushing matters, and CJ and one. CJ Buckley, opportunity for a three-point play. And that foul is going to be on Watts. That's her first personal, team's fourth. Ball up and no good. Again, failure to convert on those free-point opportunities. And they find Watts over to Peralta. Peralta, Kunkel, unable to convert. About 13 feet away. And CJ Buckley for two more.
Clackamas want to apply some pressure here to try to get this down to maybe manageable difference here by half. They're down to 13. It was 22 at one point.
Peralta unable to finish it off either. And Spady ended up touching the ball last, and it goes out of bounds. So just under 60 seconds to play here in the first half. 30-17 is the score. And Gaskins from the baseline. Downer working up, little two is no good from the right hand, and Williams can't cap it off either. And a foul will be called. A couple of shots for Downer.
I think they're gonna give a different shooter the shots as the foul called on Kunkel.
Williams, yeah. Apologize. Foul on Burgess. No, correction. Foul's on Peralta. So 45 seconds left after the first shot here. Opportunity to pull it within 11. They can convert on this second throw here. Shot up and no good. Give right back to Steen. And out of bounds off the hand. of C.J. Buckley. 38 seconds remaining here in the half. Find on the outside Burgess. Burgess is seen. Burgess gets it right back. And Peralta.
I think they got Odema for 3 in the key, Wes.
Looks like they did. So no difference between the shot clock and game clock now as the Cougars will have possession.
Boy, if they could get a basket here, Wes, to get within 10, what a big boost for them. They were down 27-11 at one point.
An impressive run here to cap off the half. Clock down to 15 seconds. Downer doing battle with Peralta at the moment. Shot clock at 10 seconds. Side Gaskins and Buckley, but there's a foul. And it looks like that one is going to be on Riley Denton. So Williams to shoot a couple more. She went 1 for 2 in her last one.
Clackamas just 2 of 7 from the free throw line. And if you want to get back into the game, you're going to have to hit some of those.
4.6 seconds remaining in the first shot. Up and no good.
Wow, 2 for 8. That's 6 points they've left on the court. Wenatchee is hitting 4 of 6 from the free throw line.
And the next shot is up and good. So last possession here, and it's going to go to the Knights. Bounce pass, and Denton last second 3, and no good. So that's how we'll go into the half, 30-19 in favor of Wenatchee. We'll be right back with the second half when we return. Not to worry about it.
One night deluxe combination and a $50 dining credit to the Trans Sports Bar and Grill at Toronto Resort Casino. A prize package worth $475. Are you ready, Jordan? With a name like Jordan, you have to live this, right? That's like almost a given. We got 30 seconds on the clock. On your right, get set and go! Let's cheer it up. Make some noise for Jordan. There's the layup. There's the free throw. Halfway there. Just a little short on the three-pointer. 5 seconds left. Let's hear it for Jordan.
Foot was on the line. Foot was on the line.
Hey, I don't know, we got 3 out of 4. Fantastic job there, Jordan. Fancy concession stands open, located in the lobby. All food beverage needs to be met. All turn along and while you're out there, be sure to check out the Fine Designs merchandise vendor for all of your championship t-shirts, sweatshirts, and more. Supplies are limited, so get yours today.
What you guys get in trouble for this last time?
What Mark was going to talk to you about?
You wanted to tell me that the Oakland Raiders traded for Antonio Brown at the Steelers. Marco and I are both Raiders fans. So
Hey,
that's the only thing we have in common.
who's Jacob Petts with?
Who?
Jacob Petts?
Jacob Petts?
Who's the guy who came up here? I think he was
Oh, is he an official? Is he a referee?
maybe.
What did he want?
Did he do a sketching game?
I'm trying to find that. Got the officials list anymore?
I don't have it now.
Oh, wait a second. I got it in the phone. Did you say his name was Jacob?
Jacob Pett.
Yeah, he's an official. He's one of the refs.
He thinks that they didn't score one of the 3-pointers.
Put it up, you mean?
Yeah, they said it was no good, and he thinks it was good.
You mean so we gave him a 2 instead of a 3, or
No,
what?
0.
So they just didn't put it up on the board?
No, they didn't question it,
Oh.
and they said it was no good. But he thinks it was good.
Oh, you mean like a buzzer at the end of a?
No, it's like at the 3:13.
Oh.
Like 3 minutes left. I don't know. He just said he wants me to pull that clip down and send it to him because he thinks it was good.
Oh.
They didn't score it. That's what he said. Whatever that means.
Huh. Team that you did broadcasting for?
Salem Kaiser Ball.
So you came to Spokane?
Yeah.
Against the Indians? So how's that work? You hold to places for 5, 6 games in a row?
Yeah, like interleague trips like that, about 5 games, yeah. Then for league opponents, we got 3-game series, back to back, all that stuff.
So if you go to Spokane, you just travel with the team?
Yeah,
on the bus, or?
I actually drove my own car to Spokane, mainly because I got a lot of contacts in Spokane I like to hang out with. So I'm driving to Spokane, and when I get to the Mirabeau Hotel, my car catches fire. And ends up getting totaled right there next to the bloody gas station. Wow. In flames, yeah. So then I had to ride the bus the rest of the time I was there, but generally I drive myself so I can have some freedom when I get there. Like driving to Boise sucks.
Is that the furthest trip?
Yeah. Well, I Tri-Cities to Boise.
So then do you like to sell advertising and stuff on too, or you just broadcast like this?
Well, I'm not with them anymore right now, but I was selling some advertising stuff. Then I went private after that. I own my own advertising firm now. And that's what I've been doing while finishing up college.
So, when you're on the air, is it radio, is it internet, is it both?
It was on radio. We were on KBZY for a sales tax.
Could you listen on the internet too, or just radio?
Yeah, you can listen to internet.
So then on a deal where you're playing Facebook Spokane at 7 o'clock every night,
Yeah.
what do you do all day?
Well, odds are I'll be out until midnight doing my reports and stuff after the game, so I'll sleep until about 1. Get up, have some lunch, then I'll get my stats and stuff here for the next game, get to the field about 3, then get everything set up ready to go, run my tests, and then after that, start going.
So, do you update like the website and stuff too, or just broadcast?
Yeah, when I was there, I did the website.
That's kind of cool. How many game season is it?
76. That was a lot of fun. So back we get now to the action. Halftime is over, and it's a 30-19 game in favor of the Wenatchee Valley Knights. Wes Tucker and Matt Tatko up here, and what have we seen here this first half?
Well,
Mike?
maybe a little bit of life for Clackamas. You know, they were down 27-11 late in the first half after going more than a quarter without only scoring one basket. But they ran off a little bit of a run at the end to get it within 11 to at least make it interesting. It'll be interesting. I really look at the first 4 minutes of this third quarter as a really telling point as to see if Clackamas can stay in it or if Wenatchee Valley can pull away.
So Clackamas with possession first. They go now to CJ on the outside. And here comes Steen. Steen over to Burgess. Burgess pushing up and can't finish off. It's going to be called for traveling.
I think they both got away with the travel. I think Steen might have drug a foot first, and then she handed it off to Ashlyn, and the same thing happened.
So Downer with the rock now, crossing half court. And Clackamas been stymied in this game. That's going to go out of bounds off the foot of Duarte.
Yeah, 2 possessions for Clackamas, no shots. And when you're trying to make a little bit of a run after you did at the end of the first half and trying to keep that momentum going, that's a tough deal.
They go way outside. Steen bounce pass in. And again, into Burgess. Burgess, outside they go. Steen, a wide open 3 and splash down from downtown. So Steen collects her second 3-point bucket of the game. And good move by Downer to get around her. Into the hands now of Duarte. Contested 3, no good from Elliott. And able to finish off the rebound, though, is Peyton Elliott.
And Jim Martineau wanted a full court press, and I don't think his players remembered because they got back on defense. He was screaming at them to go contest the team coming up the court, and they forgot.
And now it's going to be Downer pushing up, found a lane, and go outside. Long 2, and not even close from Elliott.
20-footer that went about 17 that time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, barely even grazed the net. 33-21. Still relatively manageable as Steen comes away with the rock to go outside. And here's Denton for 3, and bank is open for Denton. So first 2 minutes have ticked away here in the third quarter. Clackamas has been able to get some points on the board as they give a quick little shovel pass to Williams. Williams pivots up and unable to finish two. And rebound won by Wenatchee Valley. Steen across half court. Finds Denton. Feigning three, gives over to Peralta. Peralta bounce pass into Burgess. Pushing up and in for two and one.
Yeah, that's what makes Ashlyn Burgess the player of the year in the East. She not only is just someone who makes great post moves, she can also dribble the basketball, go underneath, and come up underneath and bank it in.
And Burgess, the opportunity to cap off a three-point play here. In one of the higher free throw percentages in the East this year as well. Shot is up and good, no problem. 7.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Downer across half court. Finds Duarte open. Give off in the middle and no good from CJ Buckley. However, Williams able to put it in. It's good offensive rebound work there by the Cougars. Pushing up to Peralta. Now goes the Knights. Denton from the corner. Three, no good. And it's going to be Wenatchee basketball with 3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. 39-23 the score.
Yeah, you're going to have to, if you're Clackamas, do what they did on that possession, West. Press throughout the court and then trap. And, you know, if you leave Wenatchee's three shooters open, you just have to hope they miss, because I think that's the only way Clackamas can get back into this game, is to really force the action, pressure defense, and try to cause some turnovers.
Putting up CJ Buckley. Can't finish off two. There is a foul on the play. And Buckley's going to go to the line. The foul is going to be on Denton. That is the second personal on Denton. First team foul here in the third. So shooting two is CJ Buckley. Shot up and good. Spady checks back in, as does Steen for Wenatchee Valley.
Clackamas trying to get a little bit better from the free throw line, as they now have made 5 out of 12.
And give is to Spady. Spady pushing toward the outside, backtracking to Peralta. Peralta to Steen. Steen back to Spady. Now Peralta, Steen from the outside, bounce past Burgess. Burgess out and Kunkel.
Great pass by Ashlyn Burgess. She realized she was too far underneath to go up strong, and so she kicked it to Carrie Ann Kunkel, who's wide open for the easy two.
So Downer rushing up the court, and right-handed hook in there easily. Steen back over to Peralta. Peralta to the outside. Spady. And Steen feigns three. Now takes a few steps back. Go to Spady once more. And it's going to be a foul. It looks like that one's going to be on Burgess.
I think it's going to be on Clackamas.
Oh, correction, it is on Clackamas. I thought I heard white 32 from the official. So Knights basketball from the baseline.
Yeah, 22 is who they called it on for the Cougars. Fourth foul now. And so she'll have to sit down, and now Wenatchee Valley to bring it in.
Boy, Williams, a good weapon in the paint generally for Clackamas. In some foul trouble. Steen feigns three. Pushing up is Kunkel, in for two more. And now Downer on the outside of the arc, shot clock at 21 seconds, pushing up and unable to cap off two. Steen comes away with the rebound. And has Spady wide open. Back to Peralta. Peralta over to Steen. Steen way back to Spady. Spady, long three, no good, and a foul. It's going to be Wenatchee basketball. 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Going to call that on for blue for
It's going to be
the
Miranda
Cougars.
Jensen.
Yeah, Jensen was. Burgess had the position on Miranda, the sophomore from Elmira, Oregon, and she tried to go over the top of her to get the rebound and got the foul.
And Burgess spinning up for 2, and we're going to have a timeout at the next whistle. Peralta working on Gaskins. Gaskins to the outside. Long 4, and a little too long from Jensen. However, coming away with the rebound is Buckley. Buckley the outside. Another 3 from Jensen, skipping off the iron and kept in play by Odima. 4.5 to play. Gives to Burgess. Burgess to the outside. Steen for 3. No good. Back and forth on the possession game, and out of bounds it goes, and that is going to bring us to immediate timeout. So away we step. 4:20 left to play in the third quarter. 45-27. We'll be right back after this. And back we get to the action. 4:20 remaining here in the third quarter. 11:02 p.m. at night. Again, not used to seeing a ton of basketball at this hour, but nonetheless, here we are.
Not unless we're watching a game being broadcast in Hawaii.
That's also very true, you know.
And don't forget, if you're out there in the viewing audience, set your clock ahead before you turn in tonight.
Boy, I'm really going to miss that hour of beauty sleep, I tell you.
Well, if you show up at 2 tomorrow instead of 1, I'll know you forgot something.
Oh, exactly. I mean, you can handle the first hour on your own. And rebound won by Burgess, and foul on the play. It's going to be a foul on Aubrey Braden, 5'11" sophomore out of Molalla, Oregon. Burgess to the line. Shot is up and easy. 46-27, 19-point lead. And you said the first 4 minutes of this quarter are going to tell a lot. So what have you seen throughout the first 6?
Well, I haven't seen Clackamas really make a dent. That was the key. It was a 30-19 edge, 11 points at halftime, and all of a sudden it's 19. So if anything happened, it's been the Knights that have outscored the club from Clackamas now 18-8.
So Spady collecting a long jumper, and Odima tips it out of bounds. So 3:40 remaining.
Yeah, it went from 11 to 21 in the first 6+ minutes, and a great job by Rachel Odima. She has given Wenatchee Valley amazing, great minutes tonight, both on the offensive and defensive side.
And able to stop it from going out of bounds is Burgess. And over to Steen. Honestly surprised they didn't call a kicked ball there.
I thought so too. I guess they must have said they went off her knee.
Odima bounce pass to Burgess. Out of bounds it goes, and it's going to be Cougar basketball. And Kunkel will check back in for Wenatchee. .318 remaining here in the third quarter. 48-27 the score. 21 points is the difference. Downer with the rock going to the outside, and it's going to be CJ and Gaskin for three, no good. Odima misses the rebound. Here comes Buckley, and Buckley can't finish it off.
They say the ball was blocked out of bounds. Good job by Steen. Good battle in there between she and Buckley. And the ball will stay with Clackamas.
Throw from right underneath the basket and tipped again and off the referee's foot. So saving an out of bounds ball and a long three, no good, out of bounds, Wenatchee ball.
Coach Martineau thought that was tipped as well, pleading his case to the officials, and they say no, and it will be night basketball.
Boy, night basketball is an understatement here.
And Clackamas 0 of 12 from three-point land. This is a team that has had a lot of success over the years with Coach Martineau from the three-point line, and not happening tonight.
And Peralta from about 8 feet out puts away in an easy two. 50-27 the score. Get a long hole to climb out of for Clackamas, and way out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, you're not going to get out of a hole when you're throwing the basketball into the crowd.
You know, everybody loves souvenirs, but is it worth your playoff career? So Kunkel to put the ball in play, finds Steen. Steen across half court to Spady. Spady will give it back across the court to Steen and right back to Spady. Spady pressing up from 14 feet out. Collects three. Minute 55 left here in quarter three, 52-27, and great defense from Wenatchee Valley. Better pickup by Peyton Elliott, and a foul.
Well, a good collision there with Odima.
And Odima going to be charged a foul for it. It's the third personal foul in Odima, second team foul here in the third quarter. And now Elliott to shoot. Ball up and no good.
Just not a good shooting night for the Cougars. 11 of 46 from the field, 24%. 0 of 11 from three, and now 5 of 13 from the free throw line. So, you know, if you can't do it from the field, sometimes you rely on your free throws to keep you in the game, and nothing is falling for the Cougars tonight.
And can't drain the second either. Kunkel on the rebound. Give off to Peralta. Peralta pushes up and go outside. Steen wide open, and Spady as well. Peralta from about the free throw line. Shot clock at 13 seconds. Spady pushing up. Give us to Kunkel. And shot clock at 7. Long two, no good. And hard fall on the court by Peralta, but it's going to be Clackamas basketball. Gaskins for the Cougars, making her way up across half court. Steen in her way. And trying to take it to the house instead will draw the foul. And that foul is going to be on Steen, and that's the second personal on Steen. Third team foul for Wenatchee. And Gaskins' shot no good. Again, these free points, they just cannot capitalize.
Yeah. 5 free throws made and 10 missed for the Cougars from Clackamas.
And second here, no good either. Watts on the rebound, gives to Peralta. Peralta to the outside, finds Watts, who will dump it right back to Peralta. Give it to Burgess, who is fouled. Foul is going to be on Buckley. That's Buckley's first personal, 5th team foul. So Wenatchee in the bonus. And Burgess to shoot. Up and good. And flirting with both the iron and the backboard before finally sealing the deal.
Wenatchee, 8 of 11 from the free throw line, so a lot of success for the Knights.
And drains a second with ease. 54-27 your score. And Gaskins across half court, 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Looking for an open Cougar. Instead, will push up a bit, give off to CJ, and good for 2 more. So clock down to the final 33 seconds. Spady with the rock. Looking for an open lane or shooter, finds Peralta. Over to Burgess, and Spady, wide open 3, no good. Rebound gonna be taken by Braden. So no difference now between the game clock and shot clock here in the third quarter. 54-29. Cougars look like they want to take the last shot here. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and no good. And that's how the third quarter is going to draw to a close. 54-29 in favor of Wenatchee. We'll be right back in Everett.
One more quarter, brother.
We got this.
We've got it.
Oh, yeah. Just going to go ahead and pencil this in real quick. Back to the action we get. Fourth quarter of this final contest of the day. Last Sweet 16 matchup, trying to figure out which team is going to advance to play the Peninsula Pirates in the fourth broadcast of the game tomorrow. Wes Tucker and Mike Tecco out taking care of you today as day's drawn to a close, as is the game here. It's going to be Wenatchee basketball, and away we go here in quarter 4. Peralta looking for a lane or a shooter, now finds a good 2. So a good start for the Knights out of the quarter. So not an impossible feat, just a bloody difficult one for Clackamas. So what has to happen for Clackamas to try and get back in this?
Well, their low point total on the year is 57 in a loss to Columbia Basin in December. And what they need to do is not turn it over like that, unforced, and also they need to get some stops. But more importantly, they've not made a three-point basket all night. It's something they've done all year. They're going to need to start making threes, and if they can get some momentum, they're going to have some stops. So right now, it is all Wenatchee Valley.
Well, very similar to the situation of Highline in the earlier game. Normally a very good offensive team, but just when they came to the tournament, couldn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, Highline really struggled, only had 9 points at halftime tonight against Peninsula, ended up with 40 in a 53-40 loss. And the Clackamas Cougars in the same boat right now, down 27 points. And Wenatchee Valley very efficient with their possessions. They're taking a lot of time off the clock, and they're just doing everything right.
Peralta for 3, nowhere close. And change of possession in the hands of Williams, who's in some foul trouble. He's got 4 personals.
And 5.
And look at that.
Yeah, that was...
Williams going to foul out.
Yeah. Good job by the Wenatchee Valley Knights to take that charge. I felt the player was...
Oh, correction. No, it wasn't Williams I saw with 4 personals. That's the second on Williams. I guess I had it mismarked here.
I'll have another...
in my book.
I'll have another look at the individual stats that they provide us to see who is indeed in foul trouble for Clackamas. They have, it's Duarte, 22, who has 4 fouls.
Okay.
Yep. And Wenatchee Valley has nobody. Well, Odema has 3, but nobody else really in trouble.
Rebound Williams. Williams can't finish it off either, and Elliott ends up in a jump ball situation. It's going to remain with the Cougars. Minute and a half ticking away here in the quarter number 4. Again, the Elite 8 matchups will start tomorrow at 1 p.m. First game is going to be Centralia and Big Bend, Grays Harbor and Umpqua at 3 p.m. Lane and LCC at 5, and right now it looks like Peninsula and Wenatchee to round things out at 7 p.m. tomorrow, thus wrapping up the first weekend of NWAC Championship basketball. Gaskins with the rock, crossing half court. Long 3 and no good. And you mentioned just a moment ago, still no 3-point buckets made for Clackamas as Denton steps out of bounds about halfway up the court. And Paige Downer will check back in, as will Miranda Jensen. And Wenatchee trying to force something here. Downer with the basketball now, crossing half court, pushing up outside. They go to Elliott. Elliott steals it away. And Downer to the outside. Here's Gaskins. And Williams is fouled. It's going to be a foul on Spady. That's her second personal. And 2 shots here for Williams. You can see they can capitalize on these free points. Shot 1 is no good. And the free throw shooting has just been awful today for Clackamas. No other way to describe it.
I've got him at 5 of 16, Wes.
My goodness. And make that 5 of 17 now. As Steen comes away at the ball, they go outside for Spady. Spady over to Peralta. Peralta into Odema, puts it up, but can't finish it off. But Odema darn close. Uncontested 3 from Jensen, no good. And Steen on the rebound. Again, hard fought matchup. Peralta with the rock, gives back over to Steen. Steen to Spady. Spady looking for an open shooter. Finds Steen on the far side of the court. They give to Odema, and a bounce pass intended for Kunkel. Ends up in the possession of the Cougars, and a quick layup for 2 from Downer. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the contest. And timeout's going to be taken by the Knights. So we will step away. 6:39 remaining in Wenatchee 58, Clackamas 33. I think it's a 30-second. Oh, that's okay. Oh, no, it's a full, it's a full. 6:39 to play here at the Walt Price Athletic Center. Beautiful Everett, Washington venue for the NWAC Basketball Championships. And Peralta to put the ball in for the Knights. Steen pushing upward and can't complete two. And how about the foul? That's going to be charged to Elliott, pushing sideways. Kunkel.
Yeah, she got her in a good position, just kind of moved her out of the way and actually out of bounds. And it's the second team foul on the Cougars, and Wenatchee Valley will bring it in underneath the basket.
New shot clock. They find Spady. Spady into Odema. Odema push up and in for two more.
Even when the ball was almost knocked out of her hands, Odema able to still muscle it up and in.
So 27 points of differential as here comes Downer, and Downer can't finish it off either. Peralta on the rebound for Wenatchee Valley. Steen with the ball. They go outside to Spady. Just over 6 minutes to play, and right back to Spady again in the corner, pushing up. Whoa. And charging foul on Spady. Buckley still down on the court. That is the third personal on Spady. Second team foul for Wenatchee. And under 6 minutes to go here, 5:59 as a matter of fact. Clackamas with the rock across half court. Finds Williams. Williams steps back, long two, no good. And Peralta nearly has the ball stolen away and kept in bounds. Burgess able to pick it up for Wenatchee. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Knights. Spady go out to Burgess. Burgess on in and put up and no good. Shot coming that time from Bachma. And clock down to 5:20. Peyton Elliott pressing matters and collecting two of her own.
Nice step-through move by Elliott that time to get the Cougars to the 35 mark. Again, the lowest of the year is 57. And they're going to have to really hustle to get to that in the final half, or of this quarter.
Man, looks like a foul called out there as we have 5 minutes even on the clock, and that's going to take us to our immediate timeout. So we step away, but we'll be right back after this.
Should be running time.
So back we go here. 5 minutes left to play. Improbable odds for the Cougars at this point, the way they've been shooting the ball lately.
Well, 25-point differential right now. They're 15 of 57 from the field for 26%. Still have not made a three-pointer, 0 of 14. And from the free throw line, they're 5 of 17. So none of the three facets going very well for Clackamas tonight. They've committed 15 turnovers, and they've been out-rebounded 48-40. So if one thing has been a positive, they've at least gotten some rebounds tonight, but just hasn't been the night for Jim Martineau.
Baca into Burgess and laid up and in for two more. So Wenatchee keeping the pressure on. 62-35. Again, 27 points is the difference as Downer puts it up and in. Steen crossed half court for the Knights. 30 seconds ticking away after the timeout. Burgess pushing up and in there. And riding the iron for a while before finally deciding to go in was the rock. And push up a foul for Jensen. It looks like the foul is going to be on Steen. And that's her third personal, third team foul as well. And to shoot 2 is Jensen. First is good, and Jensen back to the line to shoot the second. A little over 4 minutes remaining in the contest, and the second shot up and good. So sign of goodwill from Clackamas there as they're able to drain a couple of free points. Have been struggling with it badly up to this point.
They were 5 for 17 until that point, so credit them now. 7 for 19 from the free throw line.
Stolen away, and little collision near center court. Looks like that foul is going to be on Williams. And that is,
I think, the third.
Williams' third foul, yes. Haven't seen Duarte since the fourth foul back in the second quarter. Ball comes in. They go to Peralta. Peralta pushing matters up and will backtrack a bit. Denton. Spady. Pushing up and is fouled.
Second foul on Miranda Jensen.
So buckle up. We got about 10 seconds before the first shot comes in. And Spady taking her sweet time down the free throw line and misses the first one. 3:29 to play. 64-39 is the score in favor of the Knights. And it looks like they will advance to play Peninsula in the Elite 8 matchup tomorrow at 7 p.m. Downer with the rock across half court. And now pushes up and no good on the 2. Brought back down the rebound and out of bounds it goes. Remains with the Knights. And the Clackamas bench cannot believe the call. And Duarte will check back in for the first time since the second quarter for Clackamas, getting the only player in any real foul trouble with 4 personals. And they find Denton. Peralta, double teamed, finds a way up front and puts up 2 in.
Nice move, all the way from way out front. Peralta taking it to the basket, laying it up and in.
And now Gaskins trying to find an open person, does not succeed in doing so, and Denton up to Spady. Spady up and no good. Rebound, Knights, and putting it away for 2 is going to be Bokma. Again, a East Wenatchee native is Bokma, and there's a foul. It's going to be a foul on Bachman, her first, the 4th team foul for the Knights. 2:33 remaining in the contest. Buckley to shoot, has not had the best of nights from the free throw line, but is able to get the first one.
3 of 6 from the line for CJ now, and 17 points to lead the Cougars. In fact, she's the only player in double figures for Clackamas. And she also has 7 rebounds.
Shot up and good, so 2 for 2 this trip behind the line for Buckley. And now Peralta with the ball. On the outside, Peralta back to Buckma. And stolen away by Downer. And up she goes and will draw the foul.
She landed very awkwardly. That left leg kind of came out, but she appears to be okay.
2:14 remaining, 69-41 is your score. And shot here from Downer is Downer and out. So one more, and checking in now for Wenatchee is going to be Amelia Hauser, 6-foot sophomore out of Eagle River, Alaska. And with 2:14, the second shot is up and no good. Rebound Wenatchee. So we'll see how much of the clock Wenatchee elects to eat here. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Spady pressing matters up and nowhere close, out of bounds, and Clackamas basketball from the baseline. Checking in now for the Knights will be Adair Henning. And clock continues to tick down. Final 2 minutes of the contest. And at this point, it's pretty safe to say Wenatchee will be the team facing Peninsula in the Elite Eight match tomorrow. And well kept in, and a foul. That one is going to be on Peyton Elliott. And Wenatchee going to get the opportunity to shoot a couple here.
We'll have free throws for the rest of the way by both teams. The final 144 is Wenatchee is going to get its 24th win of the season in 29 tries, and Clackamas is going to end its season at 15-11.
Shot up and no good off the iron. Sub coming back in, it's going to be Riley Denton replacing Peralta.
Good game for Peralta, 13 points, 7 rebounds.
Shot two is in. So 1 for 2 from that trip. And clock continues to work against Clackamas. Side press, up it goes, and in a courtesy of Audrey Braden. Denton with the rock for Wenatchee. Final 80 seconds of the contest. Denton feigns 3. Pushes up and outside, not good enough. Taken away by the Cougars. Long throw up to Downer. Downer pressing matters, and good defense by the Knights. So we're in the final minute. Downer just trying to find something at this point.
Taking it all the way by herself, drawing the foul, nearly getting the three-point play, but she'll go to the free throw line.
And that's foul on Spady. It's her 4th personal. So now the Knights have a player in some foul trouble. Don't think it'll mean too much, though, with 51 seconds remaining. Shot is up and good on the first for Downer. And 70-45, the tally at the moment. And now 46. And just trying to eat up some clock here are the Knights. Denton with the basketball. Crossing half court, and there's a foul on Elliott. 44 seconds remaining. And our Elite Eight is set. Centralia versus Big Bend at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Grace Harbor taking on Umpqua at 3 p.m. Lane and LCC at 5 p.m. Peninsula and Wenatchee at 7. And quite formidable games we got coming up tomorrow, don't we?
Should be interesting to see if the West can continue its run with 3 of its 4 teams in, and some tough games for the Western region. And I also think Peninsula going to have its hands full with Wenatchee Valley from the east.
And nowhere close on the shots, and now the shot clock and game clock are one and the same. And Knights just need to ice it on this possession. Bounce pass over to Spady. And Spady just holding on to the ball, and they go back out to Denton. And crowd stands up, and that's going to be your final score tonight, 71-46. The Wenatchee Valley Knights are going to go to the Elite Eight, and they'll face the Peninsula Pirates. Hey, congratulations down there on the court. Hard-fought season for the Cougars, but unfortunately has to end tonight. And that'll conclude our broadcast day here. Tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. for our first of 4 matchups to determine